Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Cooper and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Cooper's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivations that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only little tiny correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar. That is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Brandy will demonstrate several different types of training collars for you tomorrow, and you'll be able to choose the one that you're the most comfortable working with. Now Cooper is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and the command is Cooper heel. Now at this point, little Cooper has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking, not forging ahead or lagging behind. And each time that you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. There's nothing cuter than a Frenchie doing obedience, because I have 2 of them. And it just shows you that these hard-headed little cinder blocks can do obedience training. And Brandy's praising him, talking to him, encouraging him. So this makes walking him a pleasure. And I have a male French bulldog, and when he decides to pull or he sees a squirrel, it can be challenging even though they're small. So we want him to know that he has to focus on you, pay attention, and when you stop to cross traffic or talk to someone on the street, that he sits nicely and waits for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and voice command, and we do not use his name. It's the one-word firm command to stay. Your long sit-stay can be practiced indoors as well as outdoors, and you're going to lengthen out the amount of time and the distance. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him as an additional distraction, and she stops at his shoulders, and at this point he expects to get another command. And they take off heeling again. Oops, sorry about that. And she makes it fun for him. She wants him to have a good time doing it and know that he's getting a lot of praise for a job well done. She leaves him again on another sit-stay. She walks all the way out to the end of her training leash, and this time, instead of returning back to him, she's going to demonstrate the come on command. It's Cooper come, happy voice, and he's supposed to come and sit and not jump all over you. And he gets lots of praise for coming, because coming is always a good thing. And you can see he's got lots of pep in his step. He's enjoying working for Brandy. He's looking up at her. That eye contact and focus is very good. She leaves him again in a sit-stay. You're going to start out your sit-stays at about 30 seconds, and you're going to slowly work up to 3 minutes. This time she calls him in again. He comes right in and sits. He gets lots of love for being a good boy. And then he goes back to heeling. Now if you move more quickly, he should do the same. You notice Brandy moving at a trot and then slowing down. He should always match pace with you. And if he doesn't sit, he got that little tiny tug, was hardly anything. And just as a reminder. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you're going to take your left open palm and push it straight down toward the ground and use the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay when practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 5 minutes. And this is a very good exercise to practice in the living room. She'll heel him out of that, and we'll demonstrate that command again for you. And the down commands are the harder commands to teach. He's so cute. Nice automatic sit, down, stay. Very good. Now, she's correcting him for sniffing the ground, and that's one of the things that you probably will avoid when working in the house on that command. Out here, there's the smell of other dogs and squirrels and bunnies and critters. Indoors, you have less distraction. Now, this time she'll call him out of that down. Comes right in and sits. Very good. And the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the most difficult, and that is the down from a distance. So she's going to have him seated first. She's going to leave him in a sit-stay. She's going to turn to face him. She's going to use her right hand to give the command. Whoops. We're going to crawl in. And that's just because he always wants to be right where you are. I think he knows he's done. So we have demonstrated for you all of Cooper's formal on-leash obedience commands. You'll have a chance to work with him tomorrow with Brandy as your coach. She's done a great job with him, and he's a sweetheart. We've had a great time. I want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you tomorrow.